What is stock market and how does it work? Can it make you rich? Let's analyze. Let's be honest. The first thought that comes to your mind when you hear stock market is either or
एक बार गिरा ना मार्केट क्रैश हो गया सब खत्म हो गया
Before we go to that extent, let's understand the basics first. So, apa tu stock market and how it functions? Let's talk about a scenario. Let's say Mr. Smith, he wants to start a pickle company. Jero Wurga. Mr. Smith keeps improving his product and it receives national recognition. Means that dia punya business berkembang lah. So, dia berkembang pesat sehingga every house has Mr. Smith's pickle now. So, he plans to expand further into the international market. And for that, he needs to increase his capacity. Well, it is not cheap. The capital alone will take him years to be saved. He turns to investment firms and the private citizens. Private citizens, macam kita lah, rakyat biasa je. He then proceeds with an IPO, initial public offering, to gather his funds. Individuals will invest in the business to support his expansion plan in an exchange for the profit in return. Yalah, macam aku bagi kau bagi aku balik lah. Betul. So, Mr. Smith is happy. So he can continue with his expansion plan, make more profit, thus make more money for the shareholders of the company. So basically, Bursa Malaysia and any other stock exchange place in the world functions as a market to sell company shares in return of the ownership. While the main stakeholders of the company will hold the major shares, some of this portion of the shares will be offered to the public. This is how they get their fund. Simple, right? So, macam pizza lah. Let's say pizza tu besar, then you take very small portion of the pizza, but the bigger portion of the pizza still stays on the original owners of the company. This is just the basic story. I will tell you more in the upcoming videos. So, make sure you subscribe to keep in touch. Now, back to the question. How can I make money from this? When the business of the company becomes more successful, more buyers will actually see the potential of the growth and they will try to get the shares. This makes the share becomes more expensive and raising the value of the share that people already own. Best kan? For the company side, the whole public interest helps to fund their new business initiative, boosting its overall market value by showing how many people are willing to invest in their ideas. However, tapi kalau company tu rugi means that the reversal can happen. So let's say if the investors feel that the company is not doing well, they start to sell their shares and take whatever profit that they have before the company loses its value. So as the shares are sold, the demand for the shares goes down and the price drops, causing the company to lose its market value. So this is a problem. So some investors may lose money out of this and they have to wait until the company becomes more profitable again before they can actually cash out their shares. Ini yang kita panggil sebagai peram. You know, peram telur sampai dia menetas. Tunggu je lah, apa nak buat? So whenever, let's say you buy a share at one particular price and then instead of going up, it goes down. It means that you have to wait until the share goes up again. Hopefully it goes up. You see, the price go up and down is because of what we call as a tug war between supply and also demand. So businesses are always exposed to some factors that they cannot control, like raw material price, the changes in the production technology, and also some labor issues that might come up. Besides that, the investors also have to worry about the leadership of the company. Let's say you got a lousy leader or a lousy manager. Is he going to make profit for the company or is he going to make loss for the company? Alright, these are the things that the investors should focus in order to see whether the company has a potential growth in the future. So in fact, even new trade policies by the government or some bad publicity about some people writing bad things about the company can also actually plunge the share price. And of course, the major part is some of the investors just want to sell their shares because they want to get a new house or a new car or to retire. Best retire. One thing is important. It's all about human behavior. Human behavior in the market has the ability to cause a financial boom or an economic crisis. So since there are a lot of variables involved, that's why some investors believe in long-term investment. So when they are in long-term investment, they no need to worry about this small noise that happen in between. as long as the company has the prospects to grow, so they will still keep their shares. I'll give you a real life example for you to assess the situation yourself. Whether stock market is a worthwhile education. Bagus ke belajar stock market ni? See, an example is Genitech Technology Berhad. The share price actually went up when the company announced that they want to get involved in the global electric vehicle market. And at the same time, you got another company, Serba Dynamic, whose share price plunged just because they have a corporate dispute regarding audit matters. The truth is, kita tak perlu menjadi satu financial expert untuk masuk dalam stock market ni. What you have to do is, kita kena learn the basics first lah. Belajar dulu basic tu dulu. So, thanks to the internet age, even retail investors macam kita, rakyat biasa, boleh beli saham seperti expert yang duduk dalam investment firm dan juga bank. You won't believe if I tell you this. Last year alone, the retail investors in Malaysia pumped in around 14.3 billion ringgit into the stock market. Wah, kaya juga Malaysia ni semua. So before you pick up the right stock, first thing is you need to learn how to see the potential growth of a business. Ya, kita kena belajar dulu lah macam mana nak analyse diorang punya financial report, macam mana nak check what is the management of the company, apa business yang mereka buat, what is their potential growth of their market in terms of product. So sometimes you need to make a rational decision whether the company has a good foundation or not before you invest in them. So beside learning, yes of course, you need to start small first. Tak adalah pergi letak banyak-banyak lepas tu hilang semua duit tu. So sekarang saya dah tahu pasal basic of stock market. Can it make me rich? Jawapannya ya dan juga tak. I will explain more in the next video. So satu benda kita kena ingat lah, investing ni sebenarnya macam tengok siput bergerak ataupun kita tengok tumbuh-tumbuhan macam ni membesar. If you want excitement, please take your money and go to Genting. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm Harin from DuitKu TV. See you in the next video. Bye bye.